Hey, welcome back. Eric Arnold here in the Sports Barn. Thursday, the 3rd of June, probably, I don't know, about quarter to 11 here in the morning. Trying to get you some quick picks here. 3 of them, 3 MLB picks for this Thursday. We picked up a couple of units yesterday, unbeknownst to you. Last time you saw us, I think we played the Nationals on Monday night. That was a never in it. Well, we scored the first 3 runs as a big underdog, and I'm thinking, looking good. And then, boom, the Mets score like the next 12 runs. So that was that. And but we did pick up 2 units yesterday. So we were so close to picking up 4 units instead of 2 units. We had a lead down at Dallas into the 8th inning and couldn't hold it. So 2 units. So ever forward. What else is going on here sports-wise? I guess the NBA Finals start tonight. I don't like how to say this. I have no issues with the Boston team. The players don't offend me. I like the way they play. But as a Sixers fan, I'm contractually obligated to hate the Celtics. So, and the Boston fans are annoying. There's no denying that. They are highly annoying. So, yeah. But then, I really don't like Steve Kerr. I don't have any issue, though, with the players. I mean, I like Curry and I really like Draymond Green, and so I guess I'm kind of, going to put aside my distaste for Steve Kerr and probably just root for the Warriors. I assume they're a huge favorite. I haven't even checked the lines. Haven't even checked them. I'm just going by kind of what I've seen in the playoffs, and that just seems like the Warriors move through their bracket a lot easier than the Celtics move through theirs. So that's what little I know about the NBA. How about that final, though, with that Game 7, though, with Jimmy Butler and the Heat, where the game's basically over for 3 hours. The Heat can't get close. The game's over. There's 2 minutes left, and then the Celtics fall apart. And Jimmy Butler has a three-pointer, a wide-open three-pointer to put the Heat up with like 10 seconds to go, and that was so exciting. He missed. I mean, my favorite player misses. What can you do? I mean, the guy played 48 minutes, probably scored 40-some points, stood on his head for 2 consecutive games, just completely stood on his head. The only reason the Heat were even that close. So, and he used to be on the Sixers, and the Sixers screwed that up just because that's what the Sixers do. They're just genetically disposed to make the exact wrong decision every time. The exact wrong decision, they make it pretty much every time. So, oh well. Back to baseball. Let's see what's going on. There's some really interesting series going on this weekend. You got the Mets at the Dodgers. So this should be a preview, I think, of October. I would expect these 2 teams are very likely going to meet in October. So the Mets certainly look to me like they're going to win go ahead and win the East. And I don't know if the Dodgers certainly look, they lost this week. They've been swept by the Pirates, but I don't think that matters. And I don't think the Giants or the Padres are strong enough to catch the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers will win their division. And at some point, it feels to me like the Mets and Dodgers are going to play. So this weekend, pay attention, give you an insight of maybe what to do in October. I had an epiphany on the Dodgers watching them this week a little bit. I caught a little bit of Monday night's game where I told you people, don't worry, the Dodgers are going to take care of business. Don't fall for that huge price on the Pirates. Well, of course, the Pirates won. And that was in my notes, take Pirates, and I talked myself out of it because it seems like, I know it's a 10-year project. In year 10, we'll stop doing stupid shit like that. But Kimbrel, the closer for the Dodgers, is a problem. He's a problem for them. And it's not going to rear its head until they get in the playoffs, in that they're so good that they just destroy all these mediocre teams and they're going to run away with their division. But then when push comes to shove and they're in a close game, either in the NLCS or the World Series against the Yankees or whoever, Kimbrel's going to be the one that kills them. He is not good. Now, the Dodgers are the Dodgers, and they don't just sit around and do nothing. So it would not surprise me if they go find a killer that's on some bad team right now and pick him up at the trade deadline and say, we're not rolling in October with this guy. There's no reason we have to. We're the Dodgers. We can do whatever we want. So, at the moment, the Dodgers, Kimbrel's an issue. So I would expect if they don't address it, that's going to stay an issue. I think they will address it, though. They'll just go get, they'll flip one of their blue chip prospects for some other killer in the pen and make him the closer. And at any rate, well, let's get to the picks. Now, this is an interesting game, and I don't like this game, but the model loves it so much that I've almost just got to go, all right, I just got to put aside my distaste of this game and just go with it. The numbers are so strong. It's the Angels early against the Yankees. So the Yankees are the superior team here. They're much the best as far as better than the Angels. But the Angels have Ohtani going, and if I had to make a case for the Angels, I'd say, all right, look, they had a rain out yesterday. The Angels haven't been playing particularly well. So a rain out, that's a perfect time for Mr. Magic Show, Joe Madden, to do his kumbaya magic with that team when they're all cooped up in a hotel room in New York, and just get them all together and get them all pulling in the same direction again to reset their bad play with the off day. And I think that could happen here. Ohtani certainly is capable of throwing a dominating performance. Last time out, he threw badly. But, last time he threw badly this year, he came back and I think he threw 7 scoreless. So we're kind of hoping he bounces off that bad performance. He's only pitched in Yankee Stadium once. He was terrible. He was beyond terrible. I don't think he made it out of the first inning. I'm going by memory because I think we had that game, and I can't remember what happened. I know I watched that game, and he was awful. He couldn't throw a strike to save his life. I think he gave up at least 1 home run, 7 innings, or not 7 innings, 7 runs in the first inning. I don't think he got out of the first inning. It was embarrassing. I felt sorry for him. Oddly enough, the Angels came back and won that game for him. But Ohtani has to remember that. It's on the biggest stage in the world. And it is people from Philadelphia that, hate New York. Let's face it, the biggest stages in the world are in New York. So Madison Square Garden, Yankee Stadium, hell, I'll throw Citi Field in there. These are where, this is the big time. So you flop on the biggest stage in Yankee Stadium, you're going to remember that. So Ohtani, I think, is going to make some adjustments off of that. He's had a lot of time now, off day, sit, think, stew. I'm thinking, ready. I hope he pitches a big effort here. Maybe Nestor Cortez is just a little over his skis. You know what I'm saying? This guy's just been so lights out. Who is this guy? Where'd he come from? Maybe he's due for a clunker. And the best player on the field plays for the Angels, Mike Trout. He plays for the Angels. He's better than Aaron Judge. He is subscriber X. Sorry. So I think all these factors add together where this is a doubleheader. Maybe the Angels come out and this is their game to get in this series. That, look, we got to get one of these games, and this is our game, damn it, with Shohei on the mound. Let's get that first game, and then we can just goof off and get into swing mode and head to the airport and get the hell out of here in the second game. But let's get that first game. So we're taking the Angels early. That's one of our plays. The Blue Jays, I don't know how you don't take them. It's a huge price, but I think you got to lay the number. That was one of our wins yesterday. The White Sox are not playing well. Everyone thinks this is a great team. I think at some point they will be better. I still think they'll probably overcome the Twins just because I think the White Sox just have too much talent. But it's not showing itself at the moment. They have a lot of injuries. Grandal, he's in and out of the lineup. Moncada, he's in and out of the lineup. He's hitting about 130. Anderson didn't play. Tim Anderson didn't play yesterday. Abreu played. He actually did some things. I think he hit a home run. He's about the only guy that's consistently in the lineup for these guys. Lance Lynn's still missing in action. So a lot of things here that right now the White Sox just aren't that good. They're just not that good. They're not scoring a lot of runs. And whereas the Blue Jays, I think, have found their groove. They weren't hitting about 10 days ago. Went to the West Coast. They've been getting good pitching. Now their bats are starting to come around. Teoscar Hernandez is off the DL for a couple weeks. He's starting to find his bat again. You know, who's Teoscar Hernandez? Well, he's so goddamn good, he hits cleanup on a team that has Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Teoscar Hernandez is your cleanup hitter. So that's how important he is. So I think the Blue Jays are healthy. I think they're starting to all pull in the same direction. What have they won? 6 straight games now or something? I think they'll just make it 7 today behind the big man. We need a nickname for this guy, Alek Manoah. This is the kind of guy I love to play. That these big guys that look like they could just go out there and throw all day. These big ass pitchers. I've always been a favor or a fan of the big pitcher, like Big Daddy Rick Russell, the guy that can just go out there and throw all day. And I think Alek Manoah is going to go all day today. He's been brilliant. I think he'll be brilliant today. We got it at 192 earlier this morning. I think that number is going to go up, but we're going to lay it. You know, I'm not that, a little nervous. Johnny Cueto has been incredibly good coming off wherever he came from, the DL, I imagine. But the Blue Jays have been hot. I think they're going to stay hot. It's getaway day. The White Sox, I think, are going to be happy just to get the hell out of Canada. And there you have it. Let's see what else. Orioles. We like the Orioles. Oddly enough, the Orioles and the Mariners, coming into the season, the idea was the Mariners are much better than the Orioles. Much better. Much better. They haven't played like it. Their records are almost identical. And I think the price on this game shows the same. It's like, wait a minute. I mean, the Orioles should be minus 150, minus 160 here. The Orioles are just as good as the Mariners, and they're at home. Just as good as the Mariners, I would say, at the moment. That's the way the teams are playing. That's the way these teams are playing right now. The Mariners bullpen is not good. The Baltimore bullpen is pretty good. Baltimore's getting some surprise hitting. Mariners are getting no hitting. So I would say these teams are pretty equal, and the price is in our favor, especially coming off a a 9-2 beating from last night. Yeah, we like the Orioles here. I think we're getting good value on the Orioles. And that's it. We got those 3 picks. Other games that we're close to pulling the trigger on. We're looking at the Rockies. I think we're getting a lot of, that number's way too high. The Rockies at like plus 140 or something like that. The Braves are a 500 team, you know? I mean, I know everybody's expecting this team to just reel off 17 wins in a row. I don't know they're that good this year. I really don't. And I think the Rockies are a good team at home. And you're getting plus 140 or thereabouts. Got to think about it. We may pull the trigger on that later. And then that Dodger game, I don't know how. Getting the Mets at plus 165 on a team that's lost 3 in a row. You're pretty tempted here to take a shot with the Mets. The Mets feel like one of these teams. I was watching just leafing through some old history, baseball history, and saw a documentary on the 68 Tigers, won the World Series, the 69 Cubs, which was interesting in that they didn't win. they finished second in the NL East to the Miracle Mets. And I thought, you got to look for these teams that are so hot, so popular, so capture the city type teams that you don't want to step in front of those kind of teams. You do not want to step in front of those kind of teams. And it feels to me right now that the Mets are one of these teams that as the summer wears on here, the Mets could just like capture the city of New York and they could just become one of these. Do not get in front of this team. This is a juggernaut. They're just going to roll right through the NL, right to the World Series. Don't know this yet, but it has a sort of a feel like that to me, that this Met team could be that kind of team. And then again, they might just be the same old Mets. So, but I honestly think the change in ownership with this new guy, Stevie Cohen, and his gabillions, and he doesn't give a damn about losing some money because he's there to win, and he's liquid, as Gordon Gekko would say. He's liquid. He does not have to fool around. I think that makes a lot of difference, and this Met team, I don't know, plus 165, huh? All right, so there you have it. What were we playing again? The Angels, the Orioles, and the Blue Jays. That's what we got. There you have it. Okay, very good. I'm going to make a political video here soon. Probably after we're going to post this, and then we'll probably get it up tonight. Thanks, great. Appreciate you, and we'll talk again. I'm Eric Arnold. I'm signing off.